You can build the apps, but can you build the backend? Most of the mobile app developer struggle when it comes to building the backend for their app. And that changes today. We are building it. So here's what we are building. It's called FiveLinks. It's kind of a clone of Sequence game, which is a very popular card game. I'll have all these explanation done, but the major thing about this is that you can play with your friends, you can play with AI, and you can play online and offline. So this is something that we are going to build, and by the end of the series you will be able to basically run this whole thing on your devices and also on your web. And while we do it, we are getting 12 license from JetBrains that I'm going to give away, and you can use any one of the JetBrains product for 1 year without any cost. And this is basically sponsored by JetBrains. So shout out to JetBrains. And overall, these 12 license worth is around $3,400 plus. So how you can enter into the giveaway is that all you need to do is comment on this video and also the future video in this series. So each comment is going to be a single entry, and we'll have, different cycles. I'll basically share all the details regarding the giveaway in the description. So you can access that and you can look into basically the different rules. But some of the very common thing is that you need to comment on this video, or the future videos that will come in this series. Each comment is a single entry, and if you want to have bonus entries, what you can do is that you can share on LinkedIn and X with the hashtag code with FK. You can post about the series, you can post about the giveaway, or you can maybe post about what you are learning from this. So basically you can post something related to this on LinkedIn or X, and each post will also be included as a single entry as well. So, and the third thing is an optional thing. It's good that you subscribe plus press the bell icon. So basically when we post about the giveaways or we post about this video, you get the notification. And now getting back to the game that we discussed, so we are going to have three very, important discussions over here. One is the backend. Like I mentioned, the first step for this project is going to be setting up the backend. We will be working on the backend services and how the game works. So all the game related stuff, the rules and the heuristics, the AI integration and things like that. We will be do- we will be doing that in the backend. And then for client, we will be using Compose Multiplatform. And Compose Multiplatform, again, same code for different native experiences. And also there will be a shared code as well that the server and the client will be sharing. And the third thing is really interesting, and that is the offline part of this project, because most of the time when you play these kind of games, they are online. But in this specific series, I am going to build something that runs offline as well. So you can run a server on your Android device, and your iOS or other devices through LAN can basically connect to your phone, and you guys can play in a remote area where there is no internet access. So this is something that's also we are going to implement, and all these things in a single language, Kotlin. So that's really cool. So the plan is basically we'll first work on phase one for backend. We will be implementing all the backend related stuff. So the first videos, or like the first part of this specific series, is going to be all backend. And once the phase one is done, we will start working on the phase two, which is basically the UI implementation of all that stuff that we've done. And in this backend phase series, we'll start with setting up our first server. Then we basically be working on how the JSON messages works and building some sort of endpoints with basically to help the clients communicate. Then we will be using some sort of external APIs for our use, like Gemini API and all. And then we have WebSockets, which is the core of any game, because this is where the communication will be done. So WebSockets, and then shared state safety, so that multiple user can cannot corrupt the game flows or the game state that's going on. App configuration, security, logging and monitoring, and also we'll set up the Docker for this, so that it's easier to run it or like deploy it on cloud. And along with that, there will be much more, smaller stuff that we will be doing along with this. So basically, we'll try to wrap the series in 10 episodes, the phase one, and hopefully it will be 10 episodes. But yeah, that's pretty much. Now, what we need to do is that we need to get started. And to get started, what we need to do is need to create a project. So I have this IntelliJ idea, which is ultimate. You can use community as well. But yeah, this is something what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here, go to project Kotlin multi-platform. uh, you might not get this in over here. So if you don't get it, you can either install the plugin, or you can use Android Studio as well for that. But I am going to use the JetBrain Ultimate for this specific series. And now this is Kotlin multi-platform. Over here, now we need to change the project name to FiveLinks. FiveLinks, and let's call it CMP. The location is not a good location. We need to go somewhere else. Okay, so now I think we are good over here for this. It's going to be com dot code with fk, five links. The rest of stuff is done, and also we need web implementation with this one, and also the server side implementation, so that we get the basic template of all. And once we do that, we create it. Okay, so now the project is ready. We have some basic stuff. You can see we have the app module, which has Android app, iOS app, shared section for all the common related stuff. And then we have this web app. Along with that, we have the server side implementation, which is, something like this. Now we have some other stuff, where we can see there is this embedded server which is using netty, and also these are some other stuff where we have these routers and all. So we'll just wait for the build to be done, and once the build is done, we'll just give it a run. We'll try to run it and see if this basic server is running. So now we have this running, and what we need to do is we need to run the server. So we get over here into the server section, source, main, Kotlin application file. Okay, and over here you can see that we have this play button. You can just click on this and run it. So like you can see the server is running, and we have this first hello Ktor implementation done. So now we have the project set up, and in the next video I'm gonna go through this whole code structure and explain what are the things, how basically everything will be done, and we'll take it from there. So I'll see you in the episode 1 of this series. I'm very excited about it. Please comment down below what do you think of this, and I'll see you in the next video. So till then, happy coding. Bye.